it's a lot easier for defense to get off and play fast, where there's a lot more paralysis by analysis by the offensive guys. They got to get used to playing fast, knowing what they're doing and things like that. So there's a lot of learning going on offense right now.
We see a few of the dust-ups that go on out there when the guys kind of get in each other's faces a little bit. The dust-ups out there when they kind of, get in each other's grill a little bit, throw each other around. Is that a good thing at this point to get them kind of lathered up and into the competition?
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of that. I mean, it's an emotional, physical game, and they compete hard, but nobody's throwing punches or nothing like that. So, as long as they're playing hard and they respect each other, there's going to be emotional flare-ups every now and then just because of competition. But they kept their poise, so everybody respected each other. And so as long as that's the case, I'm fine with it.
How would you characterize the play of the quarterbacks today?
Not very good. Not very good. But again, there's a lot of stuff going on, and young guys who have not been behind the center yet. There's only one guy on our team that's been behind the center, and it's a noticeable difference when he's in as opposed to everybody else. So after today, we were going to cut the reps back for everybody else and just start repping probably 3 guys from here on out.
Do you know who those 3 guys are?
Not yet.
Did you see? When did you note Avery Walls at all? We were up there.
Yeah, I don't, not so much in team. I didn't notice a bunch, but I thought he did really well in teamwork today. Did real well in special team stuff. We had some drill work that you could tell he's going to be a really good player.
Took down Warp, who's twice his size too, out there on the edge. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't see who made the tackle, but yeah, I mean Avery really runs the alley. He's a good tackler, highly competitive. He's going to be a good player.
You said that EC was the number 1 guy going into spring. How competitive is that right now at tailback? Especially when you have Briggs back, so maybe it's a little competitive.
He's right now. He's the guy that definitely. There's a difference between him and the rest of the guys right now.
With his size, are you hoping to be able to get another big back in there to spell him during the season a little bit more than say you have?
As always, we play 2 backs, 2 to 3 backs. So. When Bigelow gets here and when CJ gets here and, see how some of these guys go right now. Kovan's a little overweight right now. Kovan's bulked up, but he's lost a step with his speed. We need to get him to lose some weight, because he's just not hitting the hole like we need backs to hit the hole. We're used to Jav and Shane bursting through those holes. EC will hit a hole, but right now Kovan's a step slow.
Is part of that because of his injuries? He's not
behind the conditions. He is still. He's still nursing his knee. He's gotten a lot bigger in the weight room. If you look at his upper body, he's very physical and big, but he's got to lose probably 10 pounds and get down to about 210, between 210 and 215.
I'm assuming that he does that and he gets that acceleration back. Is he a guy who's legitimately in the mix to at least be in the rotation?
Yeah, I think so. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But right now, besides EC, there's not a back that could play at our level.
Surprise you?
No, actually, I think the back that's shown up more than anybody is Mike Manuel. He does some really nice things.
Is Briggs completely
healthy? If we had to play tomorrow and Mike knew what he was doing, he'd probably be the backup tailback.
What he was doing? Small little.
Yeah. But he's been here for 3 practices and so far I haven't seen him make a lot of mental mistakes, and he's a tough guy and he's a good runner and he catches the ball well. So as of right now, he's a guy that's really kind of stood out.
What are your thoughts on the receivers and routes they're running?
Receivers doing fine. They got to watch the tape obviously today, but Kalen Clay brings a little dimension to the game with the speed. He's a guy on the field that has big time. He's got Javid and Deshaun speed. I'm not sure if he's that fast, but he's not far behind that. But he's got big play potential.
Do you think of Batch saying yesterday, first time back in pads after coming back from the injury, or did you see him?
I didn't see enough from him. It's really, I still think he's got a long way to go.
Keith Wilkerson on the outside.
Yeah.
I know last year you talked about he was doing that just by necessity.
Only, yeah.
But now you want him to play there.
Yeah, I think that's what he knows. He's good at it. He's a real force coming off the edge. He's a good pass rusher. It's hard to block coming off the edge.
And you think Kendricks will stay? I know the other day you said you're trying at both. Do you think maybe he'll stay
As
inside?
of right now, he'll stay inside. It depends how those guys do outside. If we're able to, if those guys continue to produce outside, then you can, you try to get the best four on the field. And if we have the guys outside that are playing well, then you can keep Mike inside.